Locked in. Use is actually going to be opting for the Fate here.
That's interesting. Maybe he just didn't want the Great Sword Ditto.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you why, but let's go ahead and find out. So, Use opening off game one here. Monihalla on the J-Unit, of course, backing off a little bit. Nobody has found a big opening thus far, tossing out his weapon, and now hopefully picking up that Great Sword.
Yeah, you knew he was going to try and get rid of that sword as soon as he could to go ahead and get the Great Sword. I'm loving the popsicle. It's great skin, best great sword skin there is.
No, the chef's knife, that's going to be coming out soon. That's going to be the one.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Monihalla coming back up on stage, trying to get the edge guard in, catching Use with the two-piece. Couldn't get the bridge, though. Nice nair up into the sky. Use with a nair of his own. And it's just back and forth playing footsies here in center stage. Lots of neutral interaction. Use getting pushed off stage just a little bit. Monihalla just getting the one chip damage swing at him. This is a very, very patient gameplay in neutral here between these two players. Definitely trying to be very careful and figure each other out here as early as possible. Weapon throw going to come down. Use throws the scythe, tries to get that orb back in hand. Going to hit the Sarah way up in the air. Weapon throw coming out, and that is going to go ahead and finish out the stock and give the first one to Use.
Okay, Use just going to be opting for, it looks like the orb, yeah. I mean, it worked out excellent last talk round. Okay, weapon knocked out of here. Monihalla just going to be trying to deny Use, looking for that N-Sig. Doesn't actually pan out that way. The light Sido does come out, though. Nice, consistent, easy way for Soil to get some KOs. That is, if anything Soil brings to the table, it is consistency.
That is very, very true. You have those very consistent knockout confirmations. And Use going to work on the scythe off stage, overextended just a little bit, letting Monihalla get back to stage. But that dare with the active input throwing him off stage keeps mixing Monihalla up. He's having a really hard time getting those feet on the ground and getting those great sword swings a-flying. We're seeing a little bit of life coming out of him now as he tries to find the right position to get back down the stage.
He's just trying to use down air as a nice quick safe poke to be able to find himself that opening. Now Use backing off a little bit, slowing down the game here. Monihalla, the jump does end up getting called out by that Sido. Use ended up putting him off stage. And I mean, Great Sword recovery, not the best when it comes to actual vertical threat, not the best when it comes to speed of which you get back onto the stage. And so, going up against, of all characters, Orb and Scythe together, it can be hellish getting back on. Absolutely. That being said, Monihalla's got a lead against Use.
It's a very small one. It is a very small one. It all comes down to that extra credit you need to capitalize on this advantage that you have and not let Use take it back away from you. Going over the top, grab to cancel D-Light, could not do anything with it. Oh, he saw it come and got the full extension.
Not enough N-lag. Yeah, that's not the move that you'll be able to punish, buddy. Tried to dodge into, thought that he could get away with it. Not quite. Monihalla picking up the Great Sword, goes for the immediate N-Light finisher, and Use ends up getting out of there. That's the second time he has just opted for the immediate finisher instead of dodging or dashing out of it.
No, I'm sure we'll take a look at it in the set, but the way Use charged that entire signature, knowing that Monihalla was going to come over the top of it, and putting him right in the position that he needed to be able to get the hit on him, it was very, very well played. That was a bait all along.
Okay, Use just going to be tossing him off stage. Oh, gets that neutral. This is an awful position to be off stage as Great Sword. Monihalla gets decided. At least he got his jumps back. That is what matters above all else at the end of the day. You get those jumps back and you have put yourself back into the game.
He's going to try and lock down this edge guard against Use. No Use getting the reversal, going to take things back around. But the way he's able to get back up on stage every time. Oh!
Okay, Use.
Yeah, I know, he went for it, especially that deep in the game, but it worked. It took away his options. Monihalla had to react, and he didn't have the options to get back up on stage after that. So the first game is going to go to Use.
Yeah, that slide up side six, so scary. So much pressure. It just is like, you don't want to get hit by this. You don't want to get clipped. I don't know if Use was going Fate for the rest of today. I did not get a chance to see any of Use's singles games. This did surprise me a little bit. I mean, he looked excellent with the Scythe especially. He just, he did Scythe things exceptionally well. Great Swords off stage, you go under them, you thread him with neutral air. If you're above them, you thread him with down air. And he just continued to keep up his advantage. Monihalla, I feel like he wasn't able to do what he is infamous for, and that is deal, quite frankly, an annoying amount of damage to people. The kind that makes them complain about it.
When you get 2 dodge reads in the game and their entire stock's gone, it's great.
How do you get a dodge read against a Great Sword player? It's that knows exactly what to look out for, though.
Use over here on stage, gonna throw that sidelight out there to nothing. As Monihalla comes back over on the right side of the stage, he's trying to get the perfect distancing, the perfect spacing from Use, be able to lay down his starter. It's just I mean, you really did hit the nail on the head. The fact that he cannot get those strings going. I mean, but you're also playing against one of the best greatsword players in the world. He knows your weapon inside and out. He knows how to stay out of the way. He knows what your options are and what you're going to try and go for. It makes it a lot easier for you to just be able to get out of the way and punish.
So I'm looking at like some of the previous matches. Apparently, Hughes did end up popping out the Fate against Luna, and then also this does seem to be a pocket pick here and there. Just saw some like past matches and past stats. But right now, Monihalla getting a couple of hits going, but not enough to just be able to get Hughes into an awful position off stage, dodging in, able to get that side of punish on the landing. Oh gosh. Okay, Monihalla has been struggling to get a clean opening against Hughes for quite some time now, it feels like.
Yeah, he's having a really difficult time. He's almost got Hughes in the knockout range, especially on the Fate. She doesn't have the most defense in the world. Dare coming off stage. Can he find another one? Dare. Try to catch that neutral light as Monihalla came back down the stage, but Monihalla stayed out of the way of it. But caught him with it that time, looking for the pressure now. Reversal Dare, tried to bounce him back off the stage, but Monihalla saw it coming. He still has not been able to confirm the stock, Dara.
That's right. Monihalla has been struggling to get that opening. Hughes has been playing defensively. Hughes has been playing back and jumping back quite a bit, and has just not been in a position to get hit by, quite frankly, anything. He has been getting spaced out over and over. The end light comes out, but, you know, that is an honor of the end light.
Yeah.
Hughes dashing in, the chase dodging in, excuse me, goes for the recovery just to get himself a little bit closer.
I feel so bad for Monihalla right now. He just cannot figure out how to confirm this stock. And Hughes continuing to put the pressure on, to tighten the screws down on Monihalla. And what can you do at this point, Dara? It's literally falling away from him before our eyes.
With Greatsword, it's a little difficult because when you're forced to approach, I mean, your grounded options are what, like side light and D light?
Right.
And then chase, what are you going to do, like dash jump side? Sure, if you want to commit that heavily. So with Sword on hand, that is the best way to get that stock out, like when you just need a stock ASAP.
Absolutely.
Now Monihalla, you got a lot of damage to make up. If anybody can do it, it will be Monihalla. But Hughes is just not letting that happen anytime soon.
Now, if Monihalla could just get one decent dodge read and be able to put some actual damage on Hughes, he's just kind of, all he's getting is just those little chip damage interactions, nothing that has substance to it, nothing that's going to be able to bring back this deficit in the second game. And now he don't even have a weapon as Hughes continues to put pressure on, weapon throw out, starve in effect, orb in hand, sidelight Sayer could actually get the job done at this point.
Gets that neutral light as well. Monihalla backing off a little bit here. Okay, that's not going to be a quite yet. You talked about it for a second. Monihalla just tossing the weapon down to be able to make himself an opening here. I cannot believe that end light did not connect. Hughes is going to be able to get that stock and that game up 2-0 against Monihalla. And Monihalla has just not been able to get close enough. And when he does, he's not able to do the thing that he does best. He's not been able to edge guard Hughes very much. He has not been able to put Hughes into the blender. He has not been able to capitalize on that one strong lead. I feel like Hughes has just been consistently mixing up his options.
Absolutely. I mean, you're not going to be able to do well. I mean, Hughes literally put out double the damage that Monihalla did in that game, and that is just not going to work out no matter what. Monihalla, I mean, I say, you know, make adjustments, you know, switch to another legend, but like, that's his bread and butter. That's what he's got. He is the greatsword guy.
I don't know when Monihalla is opting to play such an...
Oh, wait, okay, I'll shut up.
Oh,
okay.
What do we have here?
All right,
I forgot who this is a crossover.
All right, a little Surrey action here to get things going.
All right. Well, we'll see how this ends up working out with Monihalla here in terms of actually getting in. I mean, Surrey does a phenomenal job of it.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to see. I mean, Qatar's just in general right now. I mean, we haven't. I don't feel like we've seen a whole lot this weekend. It's because Ouijabu isn't here. So we haven't got to see a whole lot of Qatar action this weekend. But Monihalla is going to pull him out and see what he can do. Right now he's trying to camp that wall to no avail. Okay, there we go. Nice recovery. Continue. Can he get the landing on Hughes? No. Hughes able to barely sneak that Dare in there. And now he is taking the momentum back his way. Weapon throw out. We got orb in hand. Sidelight Sayer can clear this out. Or a Dare in the top of the head.
Is the downlight going to be enough? Not quite. Monihalla trying to find his way back onto the stage. Nice dodge, dashing and dodging through it. Okay, picking up the sword. So what is your opening? Keeps on weapon tossing so aggressively, puts himself without a weapon, and as a result, Hughes gets that stock.
Yeah, and still in orange. He's not in knockout range yet, especially not for anything that Surrey is able to put out. we're seeing the dancing happen in neutral now. Use that neutral. I'm not sure if that neutral light hit or not. That was a really weird interaction.
Looking through the dash jump neutrally, gets the end light, not able to find that end sig either. Use backing off a little bit here. How do you get this KO? Okay.
Guitar recovery.
Guitar recovery.
Yeah, I mean, it's got so much force. I mean, and a weapon that really doesn't have a whole lot of knockout options. You know, I mean, it's okay. I guess it works out.
Oh, Monihalla, how do you get back onto the stage here? Landing and then the dodge. So good, so consistent. Not enough people are doing that. I think Monihalla is like one of the only people I see actively exploiting dash-in spot dodge as an option.
I love the fact that every time you ask Monihalla a question, he literally just answers you.
Yeah, he's been really respectful. He's been making my job easy today.
Oh, that dare would have been devastating for Monihalla. But
wanted to go for the neutral or the back end of it, but down it would have definitely connected. But guess what? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Monihalla, you gotta find this opening now. You get that side light, you get that end light, no neutral. You have to really delay that.
We are all tied up on stock number 2, Dara. Monihalla is actually slowing things down enough to get some damage done off these guitars. Chasing, but that neutral sig.
Did you see how much space he gave up?
It hurts so bad.
He said, okay, you know what? I am scared, and you can have the stage instead. And then he got his jump caught. That's what happens when you put yourself off stage. That's what happens when you put yourself in the corner. You have limited movement options, and there's only so much you can do. That being said, what do we got, Slow-Mo?
We have no damage taken on either players. Completely fresh last stocks. It comes down to this. Does Monihalla extend this set, or does you shut him out 3-0?
We'll go ahead and find out just about now. These juggles, these landings, that side light, end light as well. Monihalla puts himself back onto the stage here. Okay. Oh, buddy. I hear, you know, the blender starting currently 1 out of 10 on the speed. It's time to crank it up. It's time to get that smooth puree, Monihalla. Can we get that emulsion? Let's see if we find out.
Okay, switching over to Sword. That gives him a little better of, you know, more reliability, more consistency, more knockout options. If he gets used into that range, and we are slowly getting there, needs to kick it into high gear right now if he wants to save this set from being extended. I mean, these players have long days. You do not want to play any extra games, and you really have to when you're at this point.
Only as many as they need to.
Exactly.
Monihalla Kataris, again, I loved how well he was playing, but orbs, when you're getting edge guarded with orbs, it's so difficult. Monihalla makes it back on though. Picking up the sword once again, backing off, jumping and dodging in the air as well. Nobody has hit each other in a good couple of seconds. Hughes gets in there with an aggressive downer. Nobody has hit anything until that end light comes out. The weapon toss again. It missed. That was every single time Hughes jumped over the weapon toss.
Why did he just sidelight Sare him? That signature was not necessary.
Would it have KO'd at that point in the stage?
I think it would have. He was pretty red. It may not have, and I'm sure Hughes knows better than me, but that was just a wild option.
Wow. Well, Monihalla, that means